clearly, all indications is saying that a person on his own accord did something without following the procedure that is in place. Now, had the exhibit keeper followed the process, i.e., contact his commander, Ms. Elwington, to say to her, we have some items here that is really and truly having the exhibit room smelling bad. I would like to seek your permission to have these items discarded. Alifa would have then wrote to me as the commissioner and say, the exhibit keeper is saying XYZ in respect to XYZ. We seek your permission if we can have the items disposed of. I would have sent the team from Benopan to go and inspect the items to make sure that these items are not subject to any investigation, active investigation, or matter before the court. And if I were to be advised that the matter involving these items were still active, I would have said no. If I were to find out that the matter would have been closed and there was no use for them, then I would have said to dispose of them and would have guided them in terms of how to dispose of it. The thing is doing, the exhibit keeper is not an amateur. He has been there for a number of years. He knows the process, and that is what angers me, right? He knows. And when you know the process and you don't follow the process and things like this happen, then you have to be held accountable.
So what happens with him now, with that exhibit keeper now, sir? Goes before a tribunal? What happens with that process?
Well, the exhibit keeper is not disciplined by the commissioner because he's a civilian. But I have directed an investigation, a criminal investigation, to look to see at two possibilities. One would be perverting the course of justice, because the fact that these garments were there and there was an active investigation, by him disposing of them, he certainly had perverted the course of justice. But to say pervert the course of justice, it requires that there be some element of intent, that he would have had to intend to pervert the course of justice. From his explanation, it doesn't seem that way. So the next option is to see whether or not he can be charged for causing harm by negligence. Because now, through his negligent conduct, by not following the process, he caused harm to a number of persons. With negligence, all we need to prove was that his conduct was negligent, and that would be sufficient for a conviction.